Hello and welcome to the Brain and Transcranial Photobiomodulation Virtual Summit. I'm your host, Dr. Joe Duro. My guest today is Gergely Bölcskei, joins us from Czechoslovakia. And because we're talking about theory, evidence, and practice, this is full-blown practice. Gergely is an engineer by trade who found himself in an interesting and sometimes shocking situation when he found his son was diagnosed with severe autism. And Gergely was, wise enough to watch the last summit, and he picked up a lot of information. And I really think that for people who are struggling with these chronic conditions, this is an example of, I think, a very large, strong example of what people will go through for some results. And it's sort of like I think this is a great time to express the story of Gergely. Thank you for joining us today, Gene. So your story started, how old's your son now?
He's 6 now.
He's 6 now. And we had our conversation 3 years ago, right?
3 years ago, yes.
3 years ago. And so without much ado, I would like to get to the slides and hear your story, okay?
Okay.
Gergely Pavlov and Mathius Bölcskei, he's going to share his life of the family with autism spectrum disorder.
Yes, so this is the very first picture of Mathius, my son. He was born in 6th April of 2017. And now he turned 6 right a week ago. So this is the very first picture. We are truly happy here with my wife and with him. Yes. So we are going to the next slide. I took the slides like every 3 months, first year, next year, and in the end I will show some news how he's going. So in the very first 3 months when he was born, Apgar score was 10 out of 10. So he was absolutely healthy and no problems. As you saw the measures, like 3.3 kilograms and 53 centimeters, like average little guy. Then he got the neonatal jaundice. It's like turns yellow like orange. And it took nearly 6-7 weeks to get out of them. So it was the first sign of something maybe is bad or going wrong. Also, he had constipation and bloating and truly bad insomnia. We didn't sleep at all. He slept maximum of 47 minutes. My mother was there to help us out, and she didn't believe how he didn't sleep. So she took a watch and and write down every he's sleeping. It was 15 minutes sleeping, 15 minutes awake, 20 minutes sleeping, and 20 minutes awake. And he also had reflux. So he needs to get anti-reflux milk, and I think it is somehow worsening his symptoms of that we have the feeling that is not everything okay at this time, the first 3 months of his life. At first year, his constipation remains, insomnia remains. He had asymmetrical climbing, and 4 to 6 months he's using only one side of the body. Like I think it was the right side of the body. We even if we know that it is not everything okay with him, we took him to vaccinations. He's received, I think it was 14 different vaccines, like from the first few days till the 1 year, I think. And the last thing what I wrote here, this yet it spins, that he wasn't aware of the environment around him, but everything what is spinning. Like if you are spinning with a, I don't know, with a spoon in the tea, or this one. So the second year he lost.
Pardon me, Gergely. You know, that and yet it, go back to that last one there, and yet it spins that's from Galileo, right?
I know.
And so everybody said nothing, you know, no, you have to say no, nothing's the matter, but yet the reality of it, yet it spins. It really was a situation, is what you're talking about, right?
Yes.
And then go ahead then.
He was only interested in spinning things.
Spinning, anything that spun, he paid attention to.
Anything spinning is interested in, but nothing else. Only the spinning things. The second year, he lost his eye contact fully. Even if he was a little bit till his first year, then he lost it all. Aversion to food, he didn't eat. As you saw here, he is eating by himself with a spoon, or he tries at least, but in the second year, nothing. Constipation remains, insomnia getting worse in terms of not just waking up, but he has night tremors and screaming and these
terrors, night terrors, yeah.
Terrors, yes. And in 1.5 years old, when we took the MCHAT test. This is the first test for testing for autism, and he didn't. The test is showing us that we have a big trouble. Then we took him to the neurologist, and then the long diagnosis, long run for the diagnosis started with beta to be sure that he is hearing well. Beta nothing shows nothing significantly like hear lossing or something like that. Nothing, but the neurologists are sure that there is autism.
One second. Let me interrupt. So you're the beta.
It took 8 months. The whole diagnosis took 8 months. First was the beta, and the second course were 2 weeks on a psychiatrics and 2 weeks on a neurologist, and also I didn't wrote down everything, but it took 8 months to
8 months to come with the diagnosis. Now, to let people know some of these terms, the beta is a neurologic test, electroneurophysiologic test, which they are testing the hearing. So you don't have to say anything. That's just a reflex to make sure that Mathius was not deaf and didn't have a functional or neurological problem. And I think that this is very important. This is part of this picture says a lot to me as I look at this picture, is that textures were very important to him. The roughness, the solidness, everything. Tell me about that, and how did you incorporate this together? You're soft and hard and rough and smooth. So tell me about that, if you would.
Because he has huge sensory issues that we desperately trying everything possible to put together with different surfaces, different sounds, different colors to show him, but he wasn't aware of the environment absolutely. Like you saw on the picture that he's didn't reacting, like he was like I don't know, like some kind of mushy material, no, with no life in it, you know. And it was a very hard year. Second,
Second year.
one of the hardest. Then right after the diagnosis, I didn't want to believe that he is autistic till the day when I received the final diagnosis. And the next day I was calling the whole world what to do, and I jump into it. So
Yes, sir.
so the diagnosis was F840, is the childhood autism disorder. We took on early care, is one of the social, how to say it, early care is provided by the government, but it is very
Basic.
very basic. Yes, very basic. ATEC score, I took here first his first ATEC score is 122. ATEC is the test for the testing of the severity of autism. Is the test is good for parents, not for professionals, because you may saw, if you doing the ATEC test again and again and again, you may saw the improvements by the points that he reaches. The cutoff for severe autism is 60 points. 0 is absolutely normal. I think around 20 is mild, 20 to 60 is mild, and 60 and more is severe. And the maximum points are 180. And this 122 plus is because when I took this test, I was aware what I'm doing. So I was lying for myself in terms of not to receive that bad points. So I think he was more more on the
Severe.
88 side than on 122. We took on diet on gluten-free and casein-free diet, like no milk and no wheat. Like 5 days after that we took him on the diet, he turned around and look to our eyes.
Wow.
First eye contact after 1.5 years this way. So, and after that, I as I said, I called the whole world and every possible doctor and specialist and I don't know what. So we took him on the supplements like biomedication, vitamins and minerals. And I also called to Ukraine, to Kiev, to took him on the stem cell clinic. There is a clinic called M-Cell. They are using fetal stem cells, and they took us. It was, I think, the first one of stem cell application is in 2019 in autumn. It was like 4 months after we received the diagnosis. Mm-hmm. We were sitting on a plane and going to Kiev to receive the stem cells. On the clinic, I first time of my life, I saw hyperbaric chamber. I didn't saw, and I don't know that something like that exists. and I was fascinated by the physics around in the background of the hyperbarics, and also with the stem cells, and thanks God that the staff there was very open and discussing with me. So he received the stem cells, and right after the application, they took us to the hyperbaric chamber. It was a 30-minute dive in 1.5 ATM, I think, 1.5 atmospheres of pressure, and not the whole environment with with oxygen, but only increased with oxygen. And 1.5 months after the stem cell application, we were only 3 days in Kiev. We came at home, and right after that, I find a guy who is selling mild hyperbaric chambers here in Czech Republic, and I buy one because they on the clinic they said that it would be needed or would be good to receive 40 dives within the next 3 months for Mathius to improve his overall health and to help for the stem cells. So I buy one. We done 56 hours within first 1.5 months. It was incredible because, as you saw, I ATEC 93 is the severe side because it is much more than 60 points, but the difference between how is he acting at in October 2019 and how is he acting after Christmas 2019 was like a different child. So he's starting to play with tablet games like color to color, like shape to shape, and these things. So, and after that, I I joined the on social networks, various groups, and I keep receiving information what to do next, and that was the way of how I found you. Also, the 4th year, 2020, lockdown came. So I don't know how to describe it. If everything is going well till March 2020, and he's slowly but improving, and we finally got this few hours of sleeping. We finally got. I think he slept for the very first time of his life 7 hours after stem cell receiving stem cells. That was like he's improved a lot, and then it came back, but not the same plateau. It was much better than before. He's sleeping 4 to 5 hours in a row. Then he's slowly increasing everything. ATEC dropped to 69 till March, and it looks that everything is going good in a good way. But right after the lockdown, we were alone with him at home. We didn't have any time to recover, any. Not a minute. So this is.
So that, Gergely, is actually a picture in the hyperbaric chamber, right?
Yes.
Did you have to go in there with him, or did he stay by himself?
No, with him. He didn't. It wouldn't work.
No, I don't think so.
We were there always, both. So I received the same almost 400 hours since that time in hyperbaric chamber. This is the reason why I'm that fit.
That's a survive. We focus on caregivers surviving also, and this is a big thing,
Yes, it's very, very important, because in May 2020, when we met for the first time, and I found your summit, I don't know what money I paid for it, and after that, when I wrote to you, and you were the very first who said that it would be better to take care of ourselves, caregivers. Yes,
that's a very important, very important.
More important than the recovery of our kids. In fact, this is what I found in the last 3 years. We didn't saw each other.
I think that what we point out is that to have a good outcome, you have to have three things, and this is what I tell the people, is that you need to have the client gets better, and this guy Mathius gets better, the caregiver gets better, and the caregiver gets help. Those are the three things that we shoot for, because the worst outcome that we don't want is that the client doesn't improve, but we can still have a benefit overall, because we have to do what we have to do. So yes, we started to talk at that point, and in around March, I was right after the summit, and you got motivated. I mean, you got inspired by the summit, and what was it exactly? Can you talk about that?
I was fascinated by the laser itself, and like I think it is one of the ways how to improve, because what is, as I'm not a medical professional, okay, so I'm just a father, but so far what I found that if you have a broken leg, they fix it somehow, and if they didn't able to fix it by outside, like fixing with something, they came to the surgery and fixing it from the inside. But and you almost everything in the body may fix this at least these two ways, from the inside and from the outside, but not the brain. You didn't fix the brain from the inside because it is not possible. So you have only very few possibilities, if not only two, maybe three, like laser therapy, like electromagnetic transcranial therapy, and direct current therapy. Maybe these three to somehow directly fix some problems, some issues in the brain. And this is what I found out, and I think from these three is for me and for my knowledge from physics, the least risky is the light. Mm-hmm. Because what we are receiving outside every day, as we are discussing last time about the vitamin D, and I saw almost every video from this vitamin D guy from the USA, mm-hmm. And I think as I found out last year that the laser light is very beneficial, and is also almost no side effects.
And that's important. That's important when the child isn't speaking. They can't tell you it's hurting. At least you're going in with the ability to say no negative side effects and possible upsides.
So almost nothing, but okay. So the fourth year was the worst, because at the end of the fourth year, Mathias' overall health was very bad. He didn't eat almost nothing, only one type of meal, with slightly reddish color and mushy and almost cold. So we were desperate, and I just want to forget his whole fourth year of life. So the next, okay. Oh, sorry.
That's fine.
Next slide. Fifth year, as you saw, we are smiling because we find out that he is liking. We are taking him to the hippotherapy with horses, before, but he was like a bag of potatoes on the horseback, like. Uh, he was so hypotonic that he didn't able to sit. We need to push them from the both side, and the doctor from the back, and it was very hard. So we took another stem cell courses 2 times, totally 3 times in Kiev in Ukraine. After that, unfortunately, the war there is a war, and but we were happy because we find another clinic nearby us in Slovakia. Just like 25 kilometers from the capital of Slovakia, and from Czech Republic, it was like 45 minutes by car for us. And I can tell you that I didn't saw anything like that, like in Slovakia, because the MSL clinic is one of the world's most. It is like a 25th century. It's everything is super science fiction, modern, and they have laboratories like from I don't know where, from like another dimension. So, and they are doing their best to help not only the kids, and so the best of the best is the MCell. And the clinic in Malacky Hospital. Malacky is the name of the little town where it is ordinary hospital from the little town in Slovakia, and they have only, I don't know, like 6 or 7 rooms, and a little place where is the staff, and they have laboratories also, not that fancy one, but functionally laboratories, and they are using mesenchymal stem cells.
Mesenchymal stem cells?
Yes, from cord blood, and they are doing a great job for much lower cost because of the not fancy one place, but they are doing a very good job, and they are the only one what we find in the whole Europe who was able to use Mathias cord blood, because when he was born, we pay for the cryobank to took his cord blood to cryobank, and there was a very big legal issue with cryobanks because it is not allowed to use the own cord blood in Czech Republic, just only for the reason when the child has cancer, nothing else. And there was a legal war between us and the government here, but they were very helpful from Malacky Hospital, and I'm very glad to they helped us, and they won this legal war between them and the cryobank in Czech Republic, and they also took it from the Czech Republic's cryobank to Slovakia, to Bölcskei hospital. The next day we were there with Mathius, and they they took it in the freezing state, and they unfreeze it only half an hour before before applications for Mathius. So he received it to intravenous, and there was a very, very massive amount of mesenchymal stem cells, massive. And it was like a whole blood transplantation. So it was a very good decision to go there, because it helps a lot after that. And as you see here on the picture, he got some some color, not that like concrete, you know.
Tasty.
And we also have some some color, and we also started ABA therapy in much more in terms of more hours per week, even if it is very, very hard to find a good ABA therapist here in Czech Republic. There are very few.
ABA would be what?
Is applied behavioral analysis. Is one of the, I think, best, because he's finally started to learn something. He didn't learn anything till he was 4.5. Anything. He didn't learn anything. So he started to learn to give me a drink like this. He's non-verbal, you know, and to give me pretzels like this, or to give me a hug like this, and these things, you know. And he has a few, I think it's 20 or something, like these, his mans, as it's called, mans. I don't know how to say it. So he's communicating with us some in some way, even if he's completely non-verbal. You know, he didn't say a word, but and everything is improving in terms of life with him. Was much easier, because if we didn't improve, so I don't know if we were alive now. You know, it was unbelievably hard the first 3 years, unbelievably. So he's improved, and as I said, that there were more questions than answers. So I was on a crash course 2 years ago. It was his 5th year, from 4th to 5th year birthday, and I was on a crash course, and I I remember what you say about the caregiver, you know, that I need to regroup myself somehow. So I started to supplementing myself in a different way, and I don't know, various things. Also try hyperbarics with him, and I received stem cells too in Slovakia intravenously. I received a very huge amount just to. I was two things. First of all, I need some kind of help, and I didn't want to take any of the medication in terms of I don't know, SSRIs or something like that.
Yeah.
The second thing, that I was very curious, what is happening, what is going inside them when they are receiving stem cells. So I took an IV, experimental dose of stem cells. Normally they gave in like 200, 300 millions of stem cells, in one dose. And I received like 14,500 stem cells in one dose. So I was 2 days, I felt like I don't know, like a zombie. My head was vibrating, and funny things happening right after that. That I didn't want to say that I never eat fish, but I don't like fish, And after that, I started to eat tuna, and every day. Like 4 or 5 days after the receiving, it was like a peak of the energy. I was like I don't know, like a Superman. Didn't want to sleep. Why bother? Didn't need it. So I have this feeling like everything is turning okay. And I said, what if is 80% placebo? That I know that stem cells are helping and these things. What if? And I said, I don't care. If it's a placebo, it's a placebo. I don't care.
Right.
My goal was to get better,
Right.
and I get better. So
that's a plus.
yes.
That's a plus. Now, go ahead.
Shall we go to the next slide?
Sure.
6th year, more hypotherapy, more stem cells, more ABA therapy, and finally we started the photobiomodulation. And the story was that when we met in 2020 and I saw the whole summit of photobiomodulation, and I buy the books, read the books, and I receive some of the special PDFs from you, and we done the Slack channel and these things, and I tried that time a few times, but because of the Mathius state and his condition was very, very hard to communicate with him. It was nearly impossible to use the laser on him. So I used it on myself for the first time. I think it's half year I took it away, and after that I use it for myself for carpal tunnel, and after that I use it for my because I have arthritis in my shoulders, and my wife's Morton's leg syndrome. So
on the foot. Yep. So
on the foot.
You did everything just like you said. Now the reality of it is, I think this is the part that people have to understand, is that you looked up, you gathered from the summit and from speaking to some of the speakers and looking through the data.
Yes.
You decided that you were going to have a laser built to your specifications. You went straight to you didn't buy any stuff from me, and let's try this. You just said, no, I'm going to build the laser that I want to do what I want. Do you want to talk a little bit about the parameters that you put on there? It looks like that's infrared and what have you.
Yes, because yes, I saw every the whole summit, and I buy the books, and I decided that I need a very powerful laser where is a possibility to adjust it down the juice, because if you buy something what didn't have a big power, you have only a few adjustment to try for various conditions. So I decided to buy a class 4 laser, Class 4 lasers, I think by definition they are more than 1 watt peak of power, and I also studying very deeply the window of the wavelength of the laser color, and I decided that it may be the best choice for me was the 810 and 980. I decided for these two wavelengths because 810 is one of the wavelengths what is going deeply and didn't do heat, and the next what is going deeply and didn't do that much heat is a 1064, I think, and the 980 is doing heat. So I said that I need something what is going deep and something what is doing heat, and I need a machine what is scalable, what I may mix the two of them in the different power. You know, if you may use only one of them or use the, both of them, and you may adjust the both of them, like you may mix it. And also as a plus, it has a 635 diode in there, in scalable in 10 steps only.
Beautiful.
So I contact this laser company in Wuhan from China, and negotiate with them. I think it took me nearly every day for a month what I need and what they have and how to took it together. And they have various machines with various wavelengths, but this one exactly they didn't have. That I said to them that I know a guy, and we may discuss it if it works, that maybe you have a good business from that. So they send me the stuff. I paid for it a lot, and I didn't use it for the first half year.
I know.
See. After that, when since that time, I didn't have any issue with my carpal tunnel. With my arthritis, I have some issues, but not that bad like it was before. And my wife's Morton's leg is improving, is how to say it, in remission without problem.
Asymptomatic anyway, it's good.
Asymptomatic, yes, thank you. Asymptomatic. So we used it for these things, and I also tried to use it on my father's knee because he is old, but there was an issue was that he receives the little amount of the, but a little bit helps him also, and we didn't use it on Mathias. And as time is he turns better till his fifth year, and the last year was his best ever, this last year, because he is improving every week, every month, little by little, and if I'm talking about improvements, so we received 3 times M-cell stem cell application. He receives 5 times stem cell application in Slovakia. We were nearly 400 hours in hyperbaric chamber, and he receives tons of supplements. We stopped the supplements. It was in November last year, and we completely changed his diet again. We didn't give him the stuff what he is eating before, and now he's like half ketogenic, half low sugar, and also without gluten and without casein. This is his diet, and he's starting to eat more different. He's starting to eat fish, chicken, poultry, beef, and I think it was sheep. Yes, sheep.
Lamb,
Like
lamb,
this,
everybody.
lamb. Yes, this
Slaughter it
meat,
all. That's good. That's
this
good.
meat, lamb, five different meats, and I don't know, like 50, maybe 20 different veggies
Yeah,
with
that's
meats.
bad.
And his appetite is improving, and he has a very good muscle, and he
Get the
didn't have
tone
any.
come, the tone, muscle tone come back, and his.
Yes.
Well, yeah,
He,
that was really the focus back when we were talking. Is how are we
yeah,
gonna, bring him, his consistency, his vitality come back, and so, he
and
you did really everything on the supplement level and the the microbiome. You worked on his gut. Everything you could do, you were doing. Now, when you put the light, did you have a specific place? I know we had talked about putting it on his body, putting the laser onto his different parts of his body. What was your treatment protocols?
one of your participants, I think he was from Australia. He's doing for the microbiome study.
Right.
Like he's improving the microbiome, the diversity, and these things. So we are addressing his constipation and various things. We are using first of all, we are using more fiber. Then we are using various types of probiotics. We discussed it in last time when we were online 3 years ago. But we are then doing the gene sequencing of his stool in Brno with one of the very good doctors, and he received the custom-made wide spectrum probiotics for 1 year. It was when he turns 3 to 4. It was helpful, but it wouldn't address the whole intestines, the whole GI issues. Bloating remains, some kind of constipation remains, and it was a very thin ice. He was good, but good only for a few days, and then if he receives, I don't know, something went wrong, like it's rainy day, so he started to be constipated, so it was terrible. And I know that time that we need to do something harder, something much stronger, as like we are using the stem cell, we are using these strong things for him, and the strong things always works. Like when he receives 5,000 units of vitamin D. It's only way how to repair his vitamin D levels that time. So we try the fecal microbiota transfer,
Nice.
FMT, and FMT was like a miracle. His constipation was gone, like for after 1.5 months, completely. But it was gone, but it was like a roller coaster a little bit, and we have very good days for a longer time, like for three weeks, and a few bad days then, and 3 weeks of very good days and few days very bad. And when we changed his diet last time, it was the last adjustment for to address the constipation completely and the bloating. When he changed it, and we catch the good days. So since that time, I think it's 3.5 months, he was constipated once for a few days. What we need.
You turn you
And
you
and
go ahead.
we and what I want to say is that that not only the FMT, then after that the changing diet, and after that I was calling with one of the parents from England, and she said that hey G, how are you? And you have this laser device, and why don't you use it? And I said, okay, what the heck. So I took it out and I show him the laser, how it's going, and we started to use it on the stomach, and we start to increasing the power more and more and more and more, and he was it was like fine tuning, it wasn't a big jump of improvements in GI things, but fine tuning. And I think the more you use it, the better outcome is, like in long term.
That's right. I agree.
And it wasn't like that I am using on him. No way. As always, I need to try it on myself. So when he receives, I don't know, it was irradiation was 1.5 watts for 10 minutes. So I was receiving 15 watts for 10 minutes for myself, just to be sure that if I catch 10 times more, that it's everything okay. So I was the I was the dummy.
Anilia de India. You were the guinea pig. The guinea pig. I like it.
Yes,
Yeah, so
yes,
what we all are. When we're doing
pig.
something that's never been done, we have to, I built a machine that goes on your head, and I'm like, well, I'm the only one that's putting light up his nose.
Yes.
Maybe I'm going to get sick. Maybe it's going to mess me up. But I do enough testing, and what I circle back to is the whole concept that the home is your hospital and the food is your pharmacy. Your kitchen is your pharmacy. And really, this is exactly how it's supposed to work. You get the stuff at home, you do it at home, you do it frequently, and you do it for everybody. And that's the big benefit. So I tell you, it's like, again, I applaud you as usual. I applaud you for your efforts. When you worked on the gut and you think that that's viable, you've fine-tuned it, you've moved it there, because only you can tell the small changes of your child. Only you have that memory of how it was before and after. You can't bring them to a doctor and expect the doctor to know, how did this work? They're going to ask you, how did it work? So when you're doing it yourself and you have the courage and the to try these things, that's why you got the good results.
Yes, and finally he understands that if he is sitting still, then he received the berries. So on the picture, berries is his he will sell his soul for berries. So
good. That's good. That's good.
And one portion of 125 grams of berries is exactly 8 to 10 minutes to eat, because he's eating it by bit by bit,
bite by bite, one piece by one piece.
One piece. So, and when he eats it, he knows that he needs to sit still and looking for his favorite movie.
And that's learning, that's comprehension.
Yes. It took us to what you saw on the picture, this sitting still, looking for the movie and eating the berries. It took us to learn this one 3.5, maybe 4 months. First it was like for 1 second, for 5 seconds, for 10 seconds, and slowly increasing the power and slowly increasing the time, the duration of the sitting still.
But you're saying now your protocol is how many minutes? Did I catch that? Because I was I'm paying attention to the berries, but how much?
8 to 10 minutes.
Do you have any places that you find are like, I know you did the front because it's more accessible with the skin.
Yes.
You did both sides, or,
Yeah.
you know, and one in the middle. How did you do it?
The front side and Broca in the
Broca's area for speech.
Broca's
Yes.
area, just to trying what if he turns verbal. But as you saw, he had a lot of hair, so it is not very good to shining on the Broca areas. But we are trying it also,
I agree.
and Broca and here like the whole frontal lobe.
For as much as you can get. Gotcha.
Frontal
Gotcha.
lobe. So, and he's sitting still. We are doing a course of like 1.5 months. Then after that, we are doing a rest, like 1.5 months, and after that, we are doing a next course of just to be sure that with all respect, but you know the best everything about the whole photobiomodulation. For me, what I saw and what I learned and what I read, for me it is like a little, not absolutely proven, and it's I'm not to be offensive, okay? So, for me, it is not absolutely proven on the both side, on the side of the effectivity and also on the side of the safety. It's for me, it is not 100% proven, but what we know that we're receiving light irradiation when we go outside. We receive very great amounts of light irradiation when we go to solarium for to turn
Tanning. Yep.
tanning. Yes, thank you. And we receive very high amount of energy when you are going to a red light sauna. 100 watts of energy, and it's all beneficial, you know, and just and we are just trying these things.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
I
one
think
of
that.
the
Go ahead.
one of the things that I said that before we are using on the stomach on him, that I am using on myself 10 times more, the same is going on with my head. I started to use in a very high power for much longer time duration. And my findings are that 810 nanometers with 15 watts without blinking, the continuous wave, was for me very beneficial. From the first day, I was relaxed. I have this feeling that it wasn't how to say it, placebo, if you understand me.
I do. The point is, if there's a mechanism that can be
I'm
activated.
so skeptic about that it can't be a placebo. I just felt better.
That's it. It really
And
doesn't
now,
matter
and now,
because it should. Go ahead.
and now come the catch, because I don't know if I said to you that I am like a chief officer of two companies, building companies in Hungary. It's very hard work, you know. It's very psychically exhausting. Also, it's very psychically exhausting, Mathias. So I was a very heavy smoker, you know. I was smoking 40 to 60 cigarettes a day at the end of last year, and I I use this laser device every day, like for I don't know, 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes every day in the highest possible power, because I saw again the video with two of them was my favorites. One of the Mr. Henderson, this questioning guy, everything is I like him very much. And the second was the doctor for the pain, I think.
Yeah, Hayeda, Dr. Hayeda was the one
No,
with high-powered
no.
laser, and then there was also I forget his name, Clark, the guy from one was from Miami, and he
Yeah.
had the addiction people. Remember the people that were opioids and they wanted to kill themselves, and he would just put the laser on and boom,
Yes,
and
maybe,
so we're not
maybe.
messing around here.
So I learned it again and again, and I said, what the heck? So I tried. 810 nanometers was very okay for the head. When I tried 980, what is generating heat, I have a mild headache and a little bit of dizziness, or I don't know how to describe it. If I didn't feel very well, so I didn't use 980 for the head, just only for joints and these things. And I wasn't ready to quit smoking. In fact, I didn't. I don't want to quit smoking, but I go for one of the guys who explained me why smoking bad, and I quit smoking that day. And you know what was the funny part? That I in the last, I think, 15 years, I tried to quit smoking a few times, crash course every time for after 2 days, and
Right.
now like nothing, you know, when you are emotionally powerful, and this emotionally powerfulness, I think it was caused by the laser, because I received, I just try to do your count. It was a very huge amount, because it was 15 watts of laser for 10 minutes, and just for this area, nothing else. So very, very, very high amounts of joules, you know,
Yep.
and it works. It works definitely.
But you know, when you have a tool,
I don't know if I don't know, and I didn't took a chance to try a low energy, because it's me. But I don't think that there may be a difference between a high energy and a low energy. I think there are a different way how they are helping.
correct. That's
Not,
correct.
you know, I,
Well,
I, I, I don't want to say that low energy doesn't work. No, it's not true. That you know the best that the low energy is working also. I don't know why, but it is working. But
the
for
things
me,
mhm.
it was somehow, maybe for my logical or my physics, what I know, that I need to took these photons to deep as possible, not only for the surface.
Well,
So
the 810 that you picked is very therapeutic, and it is neuroprotection. And the
yes.
things that we talked about is the reason that the gut is so important in this thing is because when you have neuroinflammation in the brain, and the brain starts to go a little bit off, you know, and so, right, it wasn't a physical thing, it was a functional thing, right? This is what happens is, and so treating it functionally is, you need these tools, the things that you know, the diet, the movements, the everything. And putting this stuff in there, you can help the brain, but it has to get out of the brain and into the body. That's why the gut is so important. You have to eliminate. You have to get this stuff out. So really, you touched on, you know, so many of the positive things that we say. It helps emotional. It helps trauma. We know that it's neuroinflammation. We know that it's for pain, and you know, so you really covered the gamut. because you had a tool at your disposal to do this stuff. And you have more slides?
Yes.
That's my
Here he
man.
is.
Eye contact. Eye contact. My man, look at that.
Do you see his eyes? Didn't even want to try to.
Bless him. Look at that. My man, look at that.
It was our session. I think this is the ABA therapy. I want to share with you that there are, I think, 10 cards on the table, and he needs to, and he's receiving one by one from my wife. She's a therapeutic for him, and he needs to took the right card on the right card, that they are the same things but different color and different shape. Like a ball is like ball, different color and different shape. And this is very important because this is the only way you may test with this kind of non-verbal, non-communicative guy, that he understands what it is, that he understands that it is a ball, and the next what have another color or shape is a ball also. So, and the test is that he needs to do it within 1 minute.
Nice. Nice. Pen. Very good. Try to trick him up, but no, he's too quick. And the last one, you got it. Scissors.
So,
man.
and 3 years ago, if somebody said that he would be able to do this one of exercise within 1 minute, to science fiction, you know. So
well, you know, when you think about this, you know, you had to overcome the trauma of the initial diagnosis. You had a pandemic, you had a war, you had government infiltration, hindrance, and all of this was only made possible because of your personal perseverance. You did this. You did this. And I think that's really what it's all about. You're not going to, nothing's going to change if you don't shake the tree, if you don't change it. So God bless everybody. God bless your family. That's just great.
So this is very important, because the way what we are learning things like humans, we are copying the others.
Right.
So, and his ability to copy what we are doing is very
fundamental.
Not working, you know. And we are now in the stage that he is slowly becoming understanding that when he starts to copying what we are doing, he will also learn these things. And the very first time when he is copying one kind of movement or something like that was only half years ago. And that movement was like slap on a table with one hand, half year ago. And now
Two hands.
He has a problem with both hands, both sides. Still has a problem with both hands to do things. With one hand is not a big problem, but with both hands he has a problem. As you saw on the video before, when there were cards, how quickly he lost his focus when he's looking down or something like that. It's the same that his brain didn't working in the proper way. The connection between the two halves of the brain. This is the reason why he has a trouble to push up his both hands. With one hand, he will no problem at all. But with both hands, only the both hands slapping the table, the problem. So we are training him to connect these two.
Excellent. Excellent. And remember, he was right-sided dominant early on.
Yes,
so
yes,
that's his strong side. Let's see.
Yes. This is his one of the first meals outside from home. He's trying meatballs with mashed potato.
Okay.
And we are outside, very
busy place,
noisy place, and a lot of people around us. So a lot of disturbing things, and you will see how he's reacting for the environment.
Not bad. Really?
Look at his mouth. He's
touches mom and touch the mom. That's good. Contact. Who hasn't eaten those good Swedish meatballs? That's the best.
Yes. So
look at touching mommy. Everything's calm. Everything's good.
Yes. So it took us nearly 6 years to go outside to take a meal with him, not at home. Wow. It's a very big thing. This unbelievable big thing for us to go outside with him and to a normal meal. So and as you saw that he is chewing, he didn't want to chew the meat before. He's now starting to chewing the thing, and the best that when you are chewing properly, this helps for the whole GI tract. So we are very happy for that also.
Very positive. Very positive. Very positive.
So here is on hypotherapy. As I said, that this little guy 3 years ago wasn't able to sit still on the horseback when the horse is going slowly, and now take a look what he is able to do half an hour in a row on his training, because it's no longer a hyperrehabilitation, it is a training on a horseback.
Že když z toho sletí, ale tak to je pak tvůj problém, kámo, tak se drž pěkně.
I think that's a smile. I think that's a smile. I think that's a smile.
Yes.
Ty bláho.
Woo! 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 That's great.
Ano. Šikovný.
That's great.
It's crazy. So
Great.
half an hour. He has apps like Schwarzenegger, crazy.
Oh,
So he's now able to do this kind of training on a horseback 2, sometimes 3 times a week for half an hour. And it's very helpful also.
it's
So,
also a
yes,
break from the caregiving. It's also an improvement, for his
yes,
environment. But
yes,
it's a nice pause. God bless.
yes. What I don't took on the picture or on the movie, and I don't want to share, is that he is now able to be without diapers during the day. Uh, Now we are learning to show us
He has
more
to
and
go.
more before when he needs to go to toilet. Last time when we were on the mall and he's just took his pants down in the center of the mall. It was desperate moments, but he understands that we need to catch
Now
the
you're out
right.
in the mall. You're doing a lot of stuff. Malls are
So
very
yes,
exciting.
yes, yes.
You
So
gotta
he is
go.
now learning. He's now learning how to show us to when he needs to go to the toilet, way before he needs exactly. And last few nights he was without diapers. So we are now trying. We now move to the new house. We
Yeah,
were
you
very
said.
afraid how is he's receiving the new house, and I think he's doing very very good here.
That's
So
awesome.
hopefully the diapers will he would
We'll
be
go
able
away.
to be without diapers, hopefully.
Well,
And because that was one of our greatest fears, when he received the diagnosis when he was 2.5 years old, and they said us that maybe he would be on diapers on his whole life, and this is a very big thing for us, uh,
for
big
everybody, for everybody,
big thing. So the next.
Žegli.
Uh,
No.
Yeah, this is his reaction when he done the whole course training on horseback. And as I said, that he is nonverbal, but he is somehow trying to express himself, just listening. Listen to how he is happy.
Půjdeš dolů? Pojď. Jak čeká, hele. Máš otlačený ucho? Pojď, dáme mu mrkvičku. Jo? Pojď.
I said him that you need to unlock it, and so his reaction.
Nice.
And this is our final slide.
I can say I'm emotional. I mean, it's great win. It's a great story of resiliency, because that's actually what we're building in this child and in the family, is the ability to resist, to be able to be stronger and to keep going. So I think that's great. And there's not much more you can say, and just continue. And I know you will, and continue to do your experiments and continue to have the benefits. Thank you for your sharing. What would you say to the parents who, we get a lot of people with ASD, and there's, no one is immune. Doesn't mean because you're a doctor, you're not going to have a child that's, nonverbal.
Mm-hmm.
What would be your advice? Because you've done it. you're an expert in this and your child. Let's just put it that way. What would you say to them?
I think it is my findings for the last 6 years with him is that we need to be very aware of ourselves, to take care of ourselves on a first place, even if it's maybe sounds a little selfish, but it's not, because I done this bad because I was on a crash course 2 years ago, and just imagine what if I
failed. Your health failed.
failed.
Your vitality would be reduced. Nobody wins. Nobody
wins. Exactly. So I think every parent needs to take care of themselves, and this is also the hardest part, because we need to balance. Then we have only one amount of time, and some kind amount of time we need to recover. Just need to recover, and the balance between us and our child is the hardest part, and I think it is for every parent's first place job to find out where is the balance.
Amen.
And it has to be a very long-term balance, not the short term, not for few months, few years. No, it is for decades. You need to think for decades. And this is the reason why I'm very glad when I quit smoking. I know that now I have a chance to live decades, and this way, I think it is the most important. And to not to lost in details when we are on the way to heal our child. I was lost in details for almost every time. As you saw, I may show you the Excel where I wrote the dose, the jobs, the watts, the areas what I shining on. But I think it is not important. Once you know the area, once you know the time, once you know the adjustment for is comfortable for you, for your child, you don't need to do the tables. It's the job of the professionals as you are, who do the studies. It's not my job, not to lost in details. So I didn't took everything down anymore, just to save some time for me and for him, and I didn't didn't want to know exactly every biochemical reaction in his body like before. I know all the circles. I learned it once. Okay, it was helpful, but it is not the essential for his wealth.
Right. Thank you so much, G. Thanks for your time.
Yes.
Thanks for your efforts, and God bless you and your family.
Thank you. Thank you.